What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, the Lakers got to be really desperate to try to bring back a former number one pick who hasn't played in the league in a while. You know, the Lakers, what happened last year wasn't something that's a fluke. It can possibly happen this year too. And it wasn't a fluke because you saw that happen to them all season where they just couldn't stop anybody defensively, where they just looked discombobulated, and they just looked like the team that, wasn't going to win, even though they had the better team on the floor roster-wise. After a while, you watch the Lakers, you just didn't expect them to win because they weren't playing winning basketball. They weren't playing high-level basketball. They definitely won't play in championship basketball. Probably the first time I've seen LeBron be on a team like this in years where they're not contending for anything, or at least they don't even have a chance. I mean, it's like, okay, if you're playing with a bunch of young players trying to rebuild, we could see something like that. But 3 top 75 players, and they got some players on there that are Hall of Famers, even though they're older, but they still have played the game long enough to know how to, use their veteran leadership to help, bridge a locker room and keep it together and find ways to, get decent wins here and there to better their chances to make the playoffs. And they couldn't do that. But, in saying all that, the Lakers are giving Shabazz Muhammad. They're giving Shabazz Muhammad a run to see if they can bring him on the team. This team has got to really be desperate for somebody like this to even bring him in, to even, fantasize about having him on the roster. I mean, I understand the Lakers need help, the Lakers need defense, and the Lakers need all that, but Shabazz hasn't played in the NBA since 2018. This dude has been playing overseas. I mean, I can see some highlights overseas where he scored like 50, 60 points or something like that. But all NBA players seem to do that when they go overseas, but they don't score that in the NBA with a bunch of real players who really play the game more physical. I'm not going to say it's not real players over there overseas, but these are more physical players in the United States. You see what I'm saying? This is the best competition in the world. This is not second to none. This is the best competition in the world, NBA basketball, the highest level you can go. So, like I said, Shabazz hasn't played in the NBA since 2018, and when he did play in the NBA, he was only averaging like 8 points and maybe 3.5 rebounds a game. He was never really that effective. I think he played for the Timberwolves, and maybe the last team he played for was Milwaukee. But I mean, this is just really a desperate move for the Lakers. I mean, honestly, it's really embarrassing because are you saying that you don't have enough help on your team where you're going after former number one picks from years ago in the NBA who don't even play in the NBA now, who hasn't played in the NBA in 4 years? I mean, that's utterly embarrassing. The Lakers definitely have to have a better look than that and a better thought process than that, and the outcome has to be so much better, because when I look at this situation here, it just tells me that the Lakers really are trying to find every little piece or every little avenue that they can try to fill to make their team as good as they can. And like I said, sometimes when you're doing that, like I said in my previous video, sometimes you could be desperate. And like I said, it looks like the Lakers are just desperate to get any type of anything in there defensively or something like that, because they just know. I mean, their defense is their biggest issue. And like I said, I don't know if Darvin Ham, with him being the new coach, this is a move that he, forwarded. This is a move that, he appointed. I don't know, but I'm just going to say this. Shabazz Muhammad, I don't know why I want to say Napier, but Shabazz Muhammad no, he's not the answer. And like I said, I understand he would be somebody coming off the bench, just to fill a void or something like that. But come on, a dude hasn't played in the league in 4 years. You expect him to come out there and really actually help this team? Or you just trying to fill a roster spot? I mean, it's just really embarrassing for the Lakers. It really is. First of all, you hear all this stuff about the Russell Westbrook stuff and the Kyrie and all this other stuff. And now, will it be better if the Lakers let Russell Westbrook walk and, all these other things? things is going on, and it's just so much drama with this team right now, and so much everything. They don't even know what direction they want to go or what they should be doing. I mean, no way in hell you should be trying to go after a former number one pick who hasn't played in the league in 4 years and who was never a good player in the league when he was in the NBA. I mean, there's just no way you should be doing that. Like I said, I mean, the Lakers got to find better ways to, get better results. And what they're doing right now, I mean, just overall as a team, like collectively in the off season, is nothing much at all. I mean, Thomas Bryant was a good pickup. Lonnie Walker was a decent pickup. Things like, pieces like that. But those are just pieces. You see what I'm saying? They're not, cash cow pieces. They're not big name pieces. You know what I'm saying? They're not they're not pieces that's going to, be a game changer, change the outlook of their trajectory going forward. As last year they were a non-playoff team, like this year with the pieces they got, it's not like they would be, a championship team or something like that. It might not even be a playoff team, pending on, how the offseason actually ends up for them, because what they have right now, it might be a slight bit better than what they had, but it's nothing much. It's just pieces. Like I said, they got a slight bit younger, which definitely helped them out, because they're really an old team, and they they don't have a lot of youth on their team. It doesn't seem like they have a lot of youth on their team. But like I said, it's just more embarrassing. It's more of an embarrassing thing to hear something like this if it's true. I mean, you could check out the websites and everything and see it for yourself. But, I mean, it's just really embarrassing because, like I said, the Lakers just really don't know what their direction is. LeBron's trying to call all the shots, but really, all the shots he's calling is suspect. I mean, Russell Westbrook, last year, he wanted him over Buddy Hield. We'll see how that turned out. That was a catastrophe. Now he wants to get rid of Russell Westbrook, and he wants Kyrie Irving, and the Lakers want to get rid of Russell Westbrook, but contract-wise, nobody wants to jump on that deal. Nobody even wants to look that way. So it's like the Lakers are stuck with what they have, and they're trying to appeal to LeBron and get what he wants so it can make them a better team or a championship-type team, and it's just not working at this time, because like at this time right here, Russell Westbrook, his stock is really not where it was, and that's a problem. That big of a contract, your stock has got to be a lot higher in order for teams to be able to, ship you elsewhere or make a deal for you or put you in a place that you might want to be. Now you're hearing, rumblings about Russell Westbrook not wanting to be in LA and all these things. And then, like I said, now you're hearing about them trying to bring back, former number one picks and all this other type stuff. And then it was a week ago, they're talking about working out Darren Collison, former player in the NBA. It's just really ridiculous with the Lakers right now. I just hope they find a way to, just get it together and at least, have a fair season. Maybe not a great season or a good season. At least have a fair season, because last year they had a piss poor season. So, I mean, whatever the outcome is, whether they get Kyrie or whatever the case may be, they just need to find a way to be better than last season. That's the wish. If they had to make a wish, that would be their wish right there. You know what I'm saying? Play better than last season, be a better team than the last product you put on the floor, which was not much at all. So, I mean, if they keep that in their mind, maybe that will actually help them and, develop them more, in their game plan as far as like going into next season and how they need to approach next season and go out there and play with, more of a level of championship caliber type basketball with the pieces that they have. So, I mean, I'm going to say this, in regards to this embarrassing, rumor about bringing on, trying to give Shabazz Muhammad a tryout. I mean, it might not be the last time we hear something like this. You might hear something else in a couple of days. They might be trying to find another old school player to come on there, because like I said, they're desperate, and when a team is desperate, they seem to make bad decisions, and their thought process on recruiting seems to just be piss poor. And I've seen this with teams before, and the Lakers are definitely going through that. And like I said, it just seems like they're just a roller coaster type team filled with drama, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop for them. And if it doesn't, I can tell you this season might not be much better than last season. So I'm definitely anticipating to see, if anything else can happen this off season for them, and see what their, trajectory looks like, or their, future looks like going forward. But it doesn't look good right now, and doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon, if you ask me. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.